Alright guys, just a quick video this morning. Somebody's asked me what airline do I recommend on the budget airlines. I've got to admit I do use all three in the sense of EasyJet, Ryanair and Jet2. And I find the best of the three is always Jet2. First thing is I don't get faffed around with the luggage. Don't get me wrong, I can understand that the flights are cheap, but generally I'm not paying, like, I don't think I've ever had a flight for like €19 or whatever. I've normally paid about 30, 40 minimum. But the point being is, I can understand they're trying to squeeze the extra money out, and they changed the size of the baggages, and Spain's just changed it by law, I think, relating to Ryanair. I think they've made what Ryanair was doing illegal in Spain, but it's another story for another day. But Jet2, I find actually have no hassles with at all. Never had any hassles with them. Even the recent trip over, well, yesterday's trip, no problems whatsoever. Like I said, the whole passport thing, the immigration in the UK often, border force in the UK often aren't 100% what the laws are, the rules are. They get confused. So you do need people that can work with them, and Jet2 actually knew what they were talking about. We already know what the laws are ourselves, but you often get in immigration some people that are trying not to be too political, tin god syndrome maybe. They refuse to be wrong. But anyway, Jet2 dealt with that, no hassle. Why I don't like Ryanair, personally, I do use them. I'll be honest with you, I do use them, but I do prefer Jet2. Is I do find their plane seats uncomfortable. I've got to admit, for me it feels like a park bench. Now, Jet2 seem a better plane. EasyJet, I've flown them a couple of times, not really had any seat problems, but I do find on the Ryanair flights I've had, the seats feel like you're sitting on a piece of timber. Check-in and everything, no hassles. Like I said, people have issues with the baggage with Ryanair, and I've got to admit, it's one of those airlines that you do feel they're trying to squeeze every coin out of it. Well, sorry, out of you, where I don't get that same feeling with Jet2. But ultimately, they're all cheap flights, and they're all pretty efficient. I mean, Ryanair, fine, straight on, straight off, very quick, very smooth. Jet2, exactly the same. EasyJet, no hassles either. But I do prefer Jet2 out of the three. Just find life a bit easier with them. Now, another little tip for the day. You'll find these around supermarkets. You know, if you go to their, what would you call it, their newsagent desk or whatever. These are sunflowers. Now, what these do, if you've got a child with autism or other special needs that may not be so visual, wearing this, people at airports and other places can identify the person's got some sort of needs. The point being is, you'll find that, like immigration yesterday, when we come down the escalator into where you queue up, they could instantly see that Zoe's got a what do you call it, a sunflower lanyard, yeah. April's in the background. What's that?
For people and children with hidden disabilities.
Yeah, for people and children with hidden disabilities. So the point being, as we come down, they just signal us straight to the express lane, and we just passed everybody. But the reason being is, you do find a lot of people with special needs do struggle with being stuck in queues, lots of noise, etc, etc. So they get you through as quick as possible and on your way. How much do they cost? Now, there's people selling these on eBay, but I'll tell you now, I got this one from Sainsbury's, a little store, one of their express type stores, completely free. What was funny is I asked for it, and the guy had no idea what I was talking about. Then I looked down and I seen there was like a little collection box, and I says, it's the lanyards for those. Says, oh, those, and he went off and got one. But at that point, because I said, have you got the sunflower lanyards? And he's like, no, don't have any of those. And I was like, no, it's for those. Oh yeah, and they went and got me one. They're completely free. But there is people making money off them on eBay, and to be fair, I'd rather give some donations to the people behind it, because it's very useful. It's a way of people being easily identified without actually having to go, my child suffers with this or whatever. It just makes it very visual, but understood, in the sense of you don't have to say anything or anything else, which is better for people just generally. So yeah, that's my little tip for the day. You can get these at Sainsbury's, you can get them at Tesco's, no doubt Morrison's and Asda will have them as well. Just go to their information accounts and ask for one if you've got a child with special needs, or an adult with special needs, because quite simply it'll just make their life easier and your life easier, because if they can see it, they can sort of direct you for a bit of a express lane or maybe getting you through the process a little bit quicker in another way. But anyway, thanks for watching.